Uh, Thank you all for taking the time from your very busy schedule. As you may know, my name is Abdi. And for those of you who did not know that before, my name is Abdi. So welcome. It's good to have you here. Listen, here's the reality of it. I'm very lucky because I'm running in one of the most prestigious ridings in our country, left by a wonderful man who's been a strong supporter, a mentor to me, who taught me a lot in politics and a lot of the stuff that I have taken along the way. His name is John Baird. Having said that, I am here today because I am running as the candidate for Ottawa West Nepean. I'm very, very lucky to be in this position. I'm humbled to be in this position. I came to Canada 26 years ago from Somalia. And so here I'm standing beside the Prime Minister's wife, Lorraine Harper, talking to you about how I'm going to become the next Member of Parliament. So that says a lot about our country. That says a lot about Canada. So what I want to say is your presence here, your support, physically, financially, morally, voluntarily, means a lot to me and our entire team, our entire campaign. And I want to let you know that there's 22 more days left in this election, and I want to make sure that when you guys go back to your communities, to your friends, to your social media, that you can spread the word as much as you can. But one of the last things I also want to say is I want to thank Ren and her wonderful husband, who is probably looking after the kids somewhere. Yes. Yes. I want to say thank you very much for opening your home to us. Much appreciated. So without any further ado, I want to introduce my friend who has taken the time to be here today beside me so that I can succeed. So I want to introduce the lady who's been standing right next to our Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, so that we can have a strong, stable, national government come October 19th. So without any further ado, please put your hands together for the one and only Lorraine Harper.
Thank you very much. I just want to correct some. I stand beside my husband, but actually it makes absolutely no difference. My husband will not be Prime Minister unless we have the most seats, and we need Abdul standing by my husband. Not me, I don't get any, it doesn't matter. But we need Abdul and all our wonderful candidates. We were talking about earlier our candidates. The Conservative Party has the most diverse set of candidates. Abdul has been a police officer for 11 years. I think we are the only party that has so many police officers running and elected, and who can help when laws are drafted. You know, all the other parties have lots of lawyers, but it's the people on the streets, the people like Abdul, who have to live with the results. So to have people that know what laws actually mean when they're on the street is so important. So how Abdul thinks and what he thinks is very important. When the Conservative caucus meets after October 19th, to have his voice there, we have to have it there. So I just like to thank everybody for coming today. I know it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, but it's not really hard to hang around here. It's quite lovely. And as Abdul said, we have 22 days? 22 days to go. The polls are pretty tight. So we need everybody in the next 3 weeks to actually go vote early. You voted early, yeah, so yeah, you can vote early. Get people, especially some seniors, they get a little stressed on voting day. So if you can help somebody, if you can drive somebody to the polls, you can find out information and get them off so they can vote ahead of time, because sometimes election day can be quite crowded and busy and quite stressful for people. So if you can get people to vote, and talk to your friends. Everybody here is a role model and somebody people look up to in the community. They have your signs out front, and we need to make people understand that in 3 weeks people are going to decide. Everybody goes, oh, all politicians are the same. No, they are not. They are not. If we've been around 9 years, a lot of people, oh, we want some change, and so we have to make sure that people know change means. What does change mean? Change means deficits, and that means future taxes on your children. So if you're okay with taxing your children to pay for your stuff now, you're not going to vote for Abdul. Sorry. If you want higher debts, so all these things we need to make people aware. The other big thing, which I don't think is getting enough play or on media, is our all confused. Yeah, on our justice things. We have a gentleman who killed 3 policemen, gunned them down in New Brunswick, and he got 75 years. He only got 75 years because the Conservative Party, we have made it so you don't get... If the other parties were in power, after 15 years, he killed 3 police, it doesn't matter. He killed 20, it doesn't matter. You still get 15 years. And after 15 years, he could apply for early parole. So this gentleman, I shouldn't call him a gentleman, but this person is now in jail 75 years. So there's all these different things. Please go through. You'll pay higher taxes on your children someday. So please look at the platform, memorize some of it, talk to your friends, and make sure that if somebody wants change, that they know. I know there was a bunch of people in May want to change in Alberta, and boy, they are wishing that they had read the platforms a little more. So it's our job to make sure people know exactly. And find out your neighbors, see if they need a ride to the polls, check all that out, make sure you have your signs out front. Abdul, where's your campaign manager? Yeah. Area's up there. If you need a sign. And
I have them in my truck.
Yeah,
outside.
You'll take signs, put up signs, and if you want to leave, I'm sure everybody here left a donation. They're always happy to take even more money. Where's your money guy? Is that the campaign manager? He'll take the money too. He does it all. He is the fancy title. We do it all. So thank you very much for coming out today at this beautiful afternoon at this beautiful house on the river, and let's keep this riding blue. Yes. And so 22 days, and we just wish you all the luck. I mean, look at, I just think it would be so important to have Abdul represent. You couldn't get a more upstanding citizen, somebody who came to Canada as a refugee and is now running for Parliament. I don't think in many countries in the world is something like that so achievable. And so let's get him to Parliament.
Thank you. And we take money, but we do take properties as well.
And volunteer hours. Yeah. We want volunteers, and especially if you have children or teenagers that need their volunteer hours for high school. I love that. They can go and door knock, put up signs, work at the